Matrix 5 possibly in the works. That's the conversation that's going around right now. I'm pretty conflicted. To be completely honest, I'm conflicted because I have a huge love for the Matrix film, especially the very first one, right? Now, I made a video when the news broke that the fourth one was happening, right? Excited. We did 10 years of fan theories and speculation and all types of, you know, thoughts and, just fans just talking on the internet back and forth for over a decade or so, right? From the third one. Yeah, it's well over a decade. 2003, well over a decade. So the conversation is possibly going down, man. Drew Goddard possibly tapped with writing the fifth one. The Matrix is the first movie as a kid, right? That I owned. My first movie. VHS. It holds a special place in my heart, right? And I think you either love the first one and kind of don't mess with the next two, or you're just one of those that's like the first one was the best, but the second one's action, you know, can hold you. And I will say after the fourth film, I don't want anything to like I'm the pilot light is still on. I will say that the pilot light is still on for me, but I've seen everything that I've wanted to see from a Wachowski. I've seen everything I wanted to see from Wachowski. I don't want to see them anymore with any of these films. After that fourth one, I don't want to see anything. And I may be wrong. I think the fourth one was going to happen regardless, right? Without both or one of them, the studio was going to actually make the film, right? If you were to ask me before then, I would not want to watch any Matrix movie without one of them directing it. And come on, I mean, if they're not going to be in it, Keanu wasn't going to be in it, right? I don't want any part of that. After that fourth film, if we're going to do it, I don't want to see them do it. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody that's going to have some passion, a studio that's going to believe in it, right? I don't know exactly. I don't want to see a soft reboot. I don't want to see a reboot. I don't want to see a remix. Probably let's go all the way to the beginning. Start of the war. One of the predecessors, right? One of the ones before Neo, something like that, right? Possibly a young more. I don't want to see a reboot or anything like that. I seriously do. I don't want to see a reboot. I don't want to see anything added on to what fourth was, or I don't want to see any of that. So this Drew Goddard was doing a interview with Variety, and he's asked some questions about the Matrix, right? So let's see what he says here. And I believe he's talking about a bunch of things, but let's just get to the part with the Matrix, right? So the question is, you've been tapped to write and direct The Matrix 5. What's your take on it? I can't say too much because we're still in the stage of writing it. So I guess that's a sign that hey, it's being written, or we're coming up, we're brainstorming, or at least something is, they're doing something, right? I need to give myself space to find the best story. I think the approach will be the way I approach anything, which is, do I love it? And I love what Lana and Lily Wachowski did with those movies. They mean so much to me, and I feel like they have had a profound impact on my creative voice. I take this responsibility very seriously. I feel the weight of wanting to do right by the fans, wanting to do right by the creators, and wanting to do right for myself as a fan. Now, when I read that, this sounds like somebody like what I was explaining, right? Like, hey, if we're gonna do it, or any of our stories that we want to see, right? That's somebody that's a fan of it, right? Somebody that loves it, somebody that knows it, right? This movie's this movie's gonna get made. This guy's not gonna be part of it. This guy's not gonna be part of it. I'm telling you right now, this guy's not gonna be part of it. With that type of passion and with how Hollywood is these days, this guy's not gonna be part of it, right? If he's a true fan and he has true love for it, he's not gonna be part of it. Because the studio's not going to do right by it. The studio's not going to take its time. It's not going to do what's get the necessary pieces, right? Get a bunch of people that love it, know it. They're not going to do that. It's a big name that can make a lot of money. They're going to run with that, and this guy's going to see the you know what on the wall and or around the corner, and he's going to dip. Hope I'm wrong because I want to see it. Listen, if somebody's going to do a Matrix 5, I want somebody that's gonna love it, man. Somebody that knows it. Somebody that's just like, a fan, just like I am. I just, like I said, I'm done with seeing anything from Wachowski. I'm really done. How four the taste in my mouth that four left me. I'm like, yo, I would rather had seen what the studio was gonna do. Whatever the studio was gonna do, I'm sure it couldn't have been. I'm come on now, right? Right? Because how I feel about four, it makes me not enjoy. I don't know. Am I wrong? It makes me not enjoy what I enjoyed about the trilogy. It was so meta. It made the first one come down a notch. Like, and I love the first one. I really do love the first one. Will Keanu Reeves and the original cast return? He says he can't speak to that. Why do you think the fourth Matrix didn't resonate as strongly at the box office? He says, I don't know. It certainly resonated with me. When I watched the movie, I was deeply moved. It may be the most emotional of the it may be the most emotional of the four. It may be the most emotional of the four. Okay, so he's saying it's the most emotional of the four. I knew it got caught up in the COVID. Oh, come on, man. Listen, we're not doing that. Right? We're not giving any movies we're not doing that, right? We're not doing that. I'm not going for any pump fakes, right? Oh, my movie didn't do good because of COVID. We're not doing any pump fakes, man. We're not doing any pump fakes. I'll show you why, right? I'll show you why. This is why I'm not doing any pump fakes. Now, Matrix 4 Resurrections, right? It came out December 18th. Release dates were December 18th, 2021 and December 2022. So I'm guessing that's like a Wednesday and Friday, 19, 2021, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday and Friday, something like that, right? This is why I'm not going for the pump fake. Show you right now why I'm not going for the pump fake. Spider-Man No Way Home, December 13, 2021, December 17, 2021, 1.9 billion. Spider-Man made almost $2 billion. You guys made a messed up. Now, what they did was they made a screwed up movie. They made a watered down, meta filled film, and you put it on HBO for no reason. And that's why the movie did this. Where the hell is this damn? Okay, right here. Listen, when you have 4 monitors, it seems cool until you gotta find the damn mouse. Right here. $160 million. This movie couldn't even make $200 million. The movie couldn't make $200 million. There was no reason to put it on HBO. You had Keanu Reeves. He's back. Keanu Reeves is probably hotter than he's ever been outside of, hell, I would probably say, right? I would probably say Keanu coming off of the John Wick movies is hotter than he was with the Matrix trilogies. The Matrix trilogy, I should say. And you did nothing with him. Still a good physical actor, still can move, still could do his thing, right? Character is a shell of itself. Carrie-Anne Moss, right? I seen Trinity, kind of a shell of herself, right? The story itself, I'm not going for. I'm not interested in that, right? I've seen you bring two characters that were parody of Lawrence Fishburne and Hugo Weaving, right? Two good actors made both those characters really great, especially when you gave Morpheus actually screen time, right? And no knock against those actors, right? I understand your work and you got to do what you got to do. It's no knock against them. It's the writing. The writing was terrible. The idea was terrible. I loved Bugs. Bugs was cool. Um, oh, Neil Patrick Harris. I enjoyed Neil Patrick Harris as well. Those are the only two highlights, right? Those are the fighting was terrible. It just was. I mean, it's too meta. It's just it's just brought the trilogy down for me, man. I don't know where everybody else is. Like I said, most people I think is like me, where you're like, yo, the first one is good, the other two I'm not really feeling, and I'm pretty sure most people feel the same. That the fourth one just it took some of the trilogy away, right? It just took some of the trilogy away. You made a terrible fourth film and you put it on HBO Max. There was no reason to put an established franchise on HBO Max and then send it to the theater at the same time. That didn't make any sense. It's your movie. You have the movie. Why not allow the movie to burn through the theater and then put it on your app? Why not do that? But I'm not going for the pump fake of COVID and things like that. I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that pump fake. Spider-Man, they had a lot of buzz with the Avenger films, but they didn't lose steam, right? So usually movies lose what, like 50% or so in the second week, right? And it starts to dip off, right? But it just kept going. It just kept going. Word of mouth, got around. The movie's good. People enjoyed it. It stayed hot, right? Almost $2 billion. Meanwhile, an established franchise that was making 400 million, 700 million in the early 2000s, you can't crack 200 million, and the ticket prices are higher. Ticket prices are higher now than they were then, and you were making 400 and 700 million dollars a film. Because somebody had the bright idea to put this established film that its fans have been thirsting about on the app and releasing it in theater, and then you don't make $200 million, and you're like, well, how did we? Um, but he does go into in COVID times, and it was when Warner Brothers was putting everything on streaming. So yeah, he does not allude to it. He actually says, what I'm saying right there. It just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. You don't make your money back. I mean, what was it, $190 million? So what are you looking at? $190 million. What is it? You need at least probably. probably just under 4, like what, for 190, you're probably just gonna need right under $400 million to make your money back. Not break even, right? But to actually make some money back. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. So yeah, like I said, man, I might, when it comes to Matrix, man, I still love the first one. I still have some small desire to see and be in that world, right? The pilot light is not off completely for me. However, the pilot light for Wachowski to be at the helm, I'm done. I've seen enough. You've had enough from the second, the third film, the fourth film, other stuff. I've seen. I'm good, right? But I'll take if somebody else's spin on it. If they are, like this Drew Goddard said, a fan that loves it, wants to do right, but it has to be backed by a studio that wants to do the same thing. It has to. And I don't want to see a reboot, remix, or anything like that. So yeah, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, Matrix 5, are you feeling it? Is it a yes or no? Is it a Is it a fuck off? What's your thoughts? Uh, like I said, man, the pilot light for me is not off. So we'll see. Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, man. Until the next one, I'll catch you later.